What's up guys, this is Super Tech Fan, and in this video I'm going to be reviewing the Hisense Sero 7 Lite. So let's get right to it. Now, this tablet is not really a high-end tablet, but it does come equipped with some decent specs. It has a 1.6 GHz dual-core processor, 1 GB of RAM, 8 GB of internal storage, a front-facing VGA resolution camera, a 7-inch screen with a resolution of 1024 by 600. And if you want to know all the specs, if I talk too fast, you can look in the description. All the specs and information about this tablet will be there. So on the front of the tablet, you do see that 7-inch screen. On the top left corner, you see the 0.3 megapixel front-facing camera, and there's nothing else. On the back, we do have the Hisense logo, and on the bottom left portion, we have the speaker. Now the speaker is not really loud, like I'll just say this right away. It has really bad speakers. The speakers almost have no bass to them. They're really high pitched, they're really tingy, and they don't sound good at all. They're not very loud either. So just trying to say that this tablet has really bad speakers. On the left side, you do see the power button and the volume rockers, and there's nothing else on. There's nothing on the right side. On the top, you do see the micro USB port for charging and syncing, the 3.5mm headphone jack, the mini HDMI port, which I have used and tested and works really great. And you do see the micro SD card slot, then a microphone. Now, even though this is just a dual-core tablet, it does run really smooth, and it loads really games pretty well. As you can see, I'm scrolling through the Android user interface, and you do see that there's not much lag at all. But the touchscreen isn't very responsive, so that's one thing you should know before you head out to buy this tablet. And also, the web browsing experience is pretty good. I don't use Google Chrome. I normally use the stock Android browser that comes with smartphones and tablets, because for some reason I just don't like using Google Chrome. It's not that it's bad, but I just don't use it. The front-facing camera does take mediocre pictures. It doesn't take good pictures at all, but it is good enough for video chat or Skype or any other thing like Google Plus and that kind of stuff. The 7-inch screen is a TFT panel with mediocre viewing angles, as you can see it this way. It doesn't have good viewing angles at all, but hey, what would you expect from a $99 tablet? Before we go on, I would like to show you that this tablet does run Android 4.1.1, and you can see right here in the settings. And as you can see, it does run Android 4.1.1. It's an almost stock version of Android, but it does have some slight customization because this tablet is a Walmart exclusive, so they do add, it does come with some bloatware. For example, it comes with Voodoo pre-installed. It does have some other apps pre-installed too. Most of the other apps are installed by me. Now, I don't know the exact weight of the tablet, but it does feel pretty heavy for a 7-inch tablet, and I will leave the exact weight of the tablet in the description if you want to go check it out. And right now, I'm about to do a speaker test on this tablet. So right now, one of my YouTube videos is playing, and the volume is set at 100%, and you can see it doesn't sound pretty good at all. As I was saying, it's a really bad speaker. So if you like to listen to music with the loudspeaker, just skip this tablet and get another one. So now I'm going to be talking about some pros and cons of this tablet. I do like it has a front-facing camera, but I also don't like that it doesn't have a rear-facing camera. I would have loved it if it did have a rear-facing camera, but it doesn't. Also, one of the cons is that the speakers are not good at all, which could be another reason why people wouldn't buy this tablet as much. I do like that it runs stock Android that is not skinned, so it does run pretty smooth. And I do like that it has 1 GB of RAM instead of 512 megabytes of RAM that most other budget tablets have. One thing you should know is that if you're using the mini HDMI port to the TV to connect to your HD TV, it only displays the display in landscape mode, so it actually forces the tablet to stay in landscape mode, and you can't use the display in portrait mode once you're plugged into the HDMI. I do wish you could use it in portrait mode, but that's just one thing I like to say. For right now, I just opened up Google Play Google Play Books, and I'm reading a comic book. The reading experience is pretty good on this tablet, but as you know, the screen resolution isn't very high, so you will see some pixelations on this tablet. All I can say about battery life on this tablet is that it's pretty good, it's decent. It does have some pretty good standby time, and this should last you through a full day of moderate use. In terms of gaming, this tablet should be enough to be able to run some high-end 3D games. As you can see here, I am playing Dead Trigger, and it does run pretty smooth, but just so you know, the settings for this game are low because this is a 1.6 GHz dual-core processor, as you can see. So, but it does run some high-end 3D games pretty smoothly. In conclusion, would I recommend this tablet to somebody? I would. That $99 price tag is so low, and you get so much for what you pay for. But I do wish it had a better speaker and it had a rear-facing camera. That would make it awesome. But apart from that, this is what you get, and it is a pretty good tablet. It does run your daily apps and games. It is good for reading and web browsing and that kind of stuff. And also, if you want to see the best ROMs for this tablet, I will leave those in the description. Or I might take a screenshot and add it at the end of this video. But this has been Super Tech saying thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.